It's the type of showdown we all enjoy seeing, but it comes oh so rarely. But it happens this weekend in the $1 million Apple Blossom Handicap. It's at Oaklawn Park during the Racing Festival of the South. Champions Monomoy Girl and Swiss Skydiver square off in what should be a barn burner. And Scott, it's a six pack, but two of these really stand tall.
Yeah, the field came up strong, Ed. Maybe a couple other options, but you mentioned the showdown, the rematch, if you will, from the Breeders' Cup Distaff, but Swiss Skydiver, a year older, as is Monomoy Girl, but that 3-year-old to 4-year-old jump. I think 3 years ago, I was driving cross country while you were at the Alpha Blossom, and I was on my way to moving to Kentucky, right? You were there
Wow.
for Bella, right?
That's right. Yeah, I was there, and unfortunately, she stumbled at the start, and that was that. But yeah, you made your way, I think, through Georgetown, Indiana. I remember being a final stop for you, and now here we are together, handicapping races.
Yeah, 3 years of it. So here's the three more, and many more after that.
Sounds good to me. It all starts, or I guess renews itself. It doesn't start; it keeps going for us in the Apple Blossom. And always when you have the superstar horses, you have the question of, is this actually a bettable race? Certainly with Unique Bella, Songbirds, and Yada, it was sometimes tough to make a case for how you're going to play it. But in here, you actually have an alternative, maybe even a different direction like I'm going in. But if you like one of them, you should get the price you want.
No doubt about it, especially if it's not Monomoy Girl. And I'm going to go with Swiss Skydiver here. I'm always a fan of horses making their second start of their 4-year-old campaign. It often leads to a career best effort. We don't get to see all of our best animals start at the age of 4 and beyond, but when we do, we see just how much growth they can make after that 3-year-old campaign on the Derby or Oaks Trail. But I was very impressed with the Beholder Mile. Didn't come back super fast in terms of Brisnet speed rating, but either did the last trip in the Santa Anita Oaks when McPeak sent Swiss Skydiver out there. And then she rattled off 4 straight triple-digit numbers. I would expect another one of those. She's run well at Oaklawn Park. She should set a perfect pocket trip like she did at Santa Anita. So I'll hope to get about 2-1 on Swiss Skydiver.
No, I don't want to belabor the point. I'll leave no doubt. I am picking Latruska to upset this race, but I do feel like want to touch on the favorite before we get there, and that is Monomoy Girl. And you brought up a good point with development. Now, she skipped her 4-year-old year, so this is a 5-year-old Monomoy Girl we're talking about. But I remember there being some chatter about her allowance race at Churchill, and it came back kind of slow back when racing finally returned. No fans, 92 Brisnet speed rating, and then next out in the Ruffian, she popped a 111, which is a lifetime best for her on Brisnet. So definitely some parallels, maybe with Swiss Skydiver, like you said. Maybe some of her own parallels, because the Bayakoa just got a 93. She's definitely going to have to run faster than that here. If there were head-to-head wagering, I take her over Swiss Skydiver, but I am going with Latruska on top. I feel like a wire job's possible here, Scott, and Latruska is getting weight from the top two.
Yeah, potentially. I know that she was off the pace last time out, but that was a little bit due to a slow start and an aggressive.
I don't see that happening here.
Right. It is interesting that he goes to Irad Ortiz Jr., not necessarily a send rider, but she should make the lead. But I would think that Florent Giroux is going to be pressing from the get-go with Monomoy Girl. It doesn't have to be on the lead. She continuously seems to draw these favorable outside posts, does so again, and should be able to sit right off. So that's why I'm a little leery about her just kind of cruising on the lead.
That's fair. And I, again, do like Monomoy Girl a little better. So I feel like she's the one who could slam the door on Swiss Skydiver. And maybe that's, where the opportunity is. It's really hard to speak negatively really about either of the two. They're champions, grade 1 winners, et cetera, et cetera. But to me, I feel like Swiss Skydiver might have the most to do and can run a race and be third if Latruska gets really brave. Again, I kind of do prefer Monomoy Girl. Do you think she'll be odds on, or do you think Swiss Skydiver keeps Monomoy Girl at that even money range?
I would think about 4-5, 2-1, 7-2. What price are you expecting to get on Latruska?
I think she'll be 7-2.
Okay. Yeah, that's about what I'm thinking. 4-5, 2-1, 9-5, 4-1, and then the rest.
Yeah.
Way back to the rest.
Yeah. And, I'd love to just have some clever look on one of the other three. Maybe get rid of what ails you. Also from the Cox Farm, like Monomoy Girl did step up to a 96 Brisnet speed rating last out off a small layoff at Oaklawn. She is 3 for 5 there. Chance to Shine or another broad. It's a short field, so they probably won't be the 100-1 they should be, but either one would be an upset of the century type win in my mind.
Agree. And get rid of what ails you. Loves Oaklawn Park, 3 for 5, never been off the board. Probably a cut below these, but if they do go at it early, she does have a tremendous late kick, evidenced by her 107 late pace rating on March 13th in the Azeri.
All right, refresh our memory on your top pick.
Swiss Skydiver SS for SS.
All right, well, ED is on L. Monomoy girl, I wish there were head-to-head. We need to get these props going in racing. I think that'd be an interesting wager, but for $1 million, you get the field you'd want. We'll see the Oaks winner on Derby weekend, and She Dares the Devil. Cox is loaded, but I think he goes down this weekend. Good luck.